Hello YouTube and welcome back to Allie's Wonderland Creations. I am Alice Seraphin and I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the United States in Western Washington, Hickville, USA. I like to call my little, it's not even a town, y'all. It just isn't. So anyways, welcome back. Part 3, here we go. I've got stuff prepped for making the cards that went with the card bases we tea dyed and the papers we tea dyed. I am so excited. So, are we ready? Well, yes, we are. So I'm going to show you some of the ones that I haven't used yet. These here. Okay. This is the tea. This is the coffee. The coffee, of course, is darker. This is coffee stained. This one, I think, is, I got to look at the back. I think this is the coffee stained one, and this was ink dyeing. So this was, I know this one's cinnamon cider. This one must have been pecan pie. This is early espresso. So these aren't going away. I'm just putting them up for the moment with the little clip. And this is a little strip left over from one. Put those up set. So we're going to finish the card that we started in part 1. So remember I told you I wanted to use this little strip here, but I needed this to go on the inside. So it says thinking of you, and this one I want to put get well soon on, and that is from the Sincere Salutations. Yes, it's retired, guys. I'm using what I have. And I really loved this set. I loved it so much that I think I gave it to my Aunt Carol back. Oh my goodness gracious. It must have been like, okay, my brother killed himself 2010. So it was between 2010 and probably 2015, right? I took a whole bunch of stuff to my mom and Aunt Carol's and got them into card making. My Aunt Carol's still doing it. So we're going to use Get Well Soon. That's going to go on the inside. But I loved it so much that when I found it at a thrift store, I bought it again. Yes, I did. And guys, it was hardly even used. It was such a great buy, but I couldn't pass it up. We are going to use the soft suede because that's what the card base is in, the stamping's in. And we're going to go ahead and stamp our, oh, we can't stamp yet. We're going to add this bit, like right here to our card. And then I want to stamp this, which I just put it away and I didn't mean to. Maybe I'll do, this is one of those sets that the lovely Phyllis gave me. This one, the little one, because I want to do some stamping on that too. And I just did right before I started. I just did put it away. So I need scrap paper, which I'm going to do. These are dry. These are from my staining and tea dyeing. And we need, we're going to need the big stamp. We're going to need it. Yes, we are. We're going to need the big stamp. Yeah. And I just put this one away too. But oh well. And I have no blocks, no cleaning stuff because it's all in the house. I took, oh no, those didn't get in the house. Oh, good. They need to, but they didn't make it in this trip. So we're going to stamp our envelope. We want to make our envelopes as pretty as our cards. I mean, a lot of thought and a lot of work goes into our cards. So let's make the envelopes just as lovely. And that is beautiful on there. I could do a card just with this and just stamp and put a sentiment. The stamp is that gorgeous. And why did I not buy it when it was like in the current catalog? I'm going to tell you. Because I had other things. I have to be choosy with the money I have and am allotted to spend. So that is a lovely, lovely envelope. Yes, I know it's not a Stampin' Up! Envelope. It was in my box of goodies, guys. I can't help that. So this now, we're going to do, I'm telling you, we're going to make these just as lovely. we're going to stamp this like right here. Okay, and then I'm going to set that well away from me. We are going to stamp on this bit that I tore. Remember, this is from the book. I feel really bad, guys, now that I realize, but I did keep the book for this reason. It's a signed edition by the author. It's no good to anybody anymore, but it's going to serve me years of pages to stamp on. It just is. So we're going to do soft suede. We're going to stamp off and stamp these little flowers. Just willy-nilly here and there on the page of the book. So I'm sure the author will not mind. I read the book. I recommended the book to people. Like I said, I bought it used. It was well loved. Oh, I closed. Did you see that? I closed it up and I still have to stamp that, but we have to glue this on first, and I want all of it on there. It's not going to give me a lot to write, but a lot of work went into the card, so I hope the recipient knows and can see just all the love that truly went into the card. Yes, I could make this smaller, but I'm going to tell you why I'm not, because I don't want to do the waiting time to make it dry. I don't want to wait. I want it done now. So there's that little bit. I'm going to take my bone folder and smooth out my glue. You can see it coming out the ends, and it was a little wonky, so I want to make sure that I got it glued down really well. So get well soon. These are all cards that I'm making these. I really do need them. That is just lovely. All right, I'm going to clean this one off real quick, because I want to put it back in its case. Hold on, I gotta dry it. I cleaned it. Now I'm gonna put it back in the case, but I lost the case. Oh, I pulled out some of my old retired. I see it now. There we go. We're gonna need that, so just tip it down for a minute. And let's glue this into the card. Thinking of you, get well soon. And I'm going to tell you, when you do dye something with using as much water, the paper's going to be a little wonky, but that's part of the charm of it. Just use a decent portion of glue when gluing it down, and it's going to give you that weathered, beautiful old, I want to say almost old world look. And why can't I get this straight to save my life? Oh my goodness. Okay, so here we go. You can see I'm pushing, moving my glue around on the underneath there with the bone folder. Okay, so that's card number 1 that we started. I put a little bit of Wink of Stella on there. Here's its coordinating envelope, and when I'm all done, I'm going to be doing some correspondence today. So let's put this down there. So we're doing a total, well, counting that one, we're going to do a total of 6 cards. But that one is kind of like a freebie because it's already done. So this is, I've done some prep work on this card. This is one of my card bases. Now I'm not going to do any measurements, but I'm going to link, you know, what I did. Where's my stamp? I was stamping thinking of you, or thank you. It's not in the container, and yes, you made me laugh, Kathy, about the containers. How many containers do I have? A little too many little too many. So I cannot find. Okay, let's find something else. We can do thank you. I just wanted to, I would love to, I might just do that. Good, thank you. Might do that. So let's see, I pulled out a note of thanks. I know I had something else I wanted to use. It was a teeny tiny thank you, and I don't see it because I don't know what I did with it. A teeny tiny thank you. Oh, because it's just for you and thank you. And I put these away too. Of course I did. Thank you and just for you. The stamp set that never got an opportunity to do its job. When being together is more important than what you do, you're worth a friend. I love that. I might actually stamp that. And I told you guys I might use that. So let's just do it. I've already... No, we're not going to do that. That would just get too... Poor stamp set. I just can't get rid of it. It had a hard time doing its thing. We can use this little one. Just had a hard life. They never brought it back in. They never fixed whatever the problem was. And that cannot be helped. So there's thank you. And we are going to stamp this all in early espresso. This card is designed to be flat. But before I go putting that on there, this is where we're going to stamp our thank you and just for you. So we're going to, oh, I know what else I was going to do. Take this one. No, I'm not doing that. I've changed my mind. So just for you, right there, and then thank you up here. All right, now this little stamp, and remember this is from Etched in Nature, which you can't really get anymore. We're just going to add a little bit more of that early espresso here. Oh, gorgeous. Let's stamp the inside. Oh, and from trimming this off, this 1/4 of an inch off, I also, from trimming this down too, I got this little strip, and we are going to keep that as well. We're going to add a little there, just a little more detail on our card. So we're going to stamp that. This is a horizontal or landscape style card. I do like that. And then we're going to take these and we're going to just add a little there and a little, we're just going to bring it all the way across. Glue this in, and then we're going to stamp the front of our envelope and the back. So this, just that little detail strip on the inside. And now we can glue this down. This is a totally flat card. It's not going to cost anything extra. You can do stamping and add beautiful dimension to it with that if you're worried about postage. And yes, I know postage is a lot of money, guys. A lot of my allotted spending money for our family, because we live off of one retired income, and I still haven't figured out the people are like, you could earn money through YouTube. Yeah, but I need a tax ID number and I haven't figured that out yet. and I don't have $250. My daughter's like, we're gonna figure out. I think it should be different, Mom. I'm like, okay. She's like, we're gonna do that this weekend. I'm like, all right, if you say so. So I want to do, what do I want to do? I want to add some splotches at an angle. And then I want to do maybe a little on the edge there. And I want this little element in there. Right there. So that is my envelope and my card. Now I wanted to show you, is my pen in there? No. I took the early espresso. Let me get a good close-up. Now I outlined all of this. I added some little highlights. I even went around the circle just with the early espresso Stampin' Write marker. I colored these in with the early espresso marker, and I also did that little dark bit in there. And this is DSP, but I colored it in just to give it a little bit more depth and interest in there. So that's what I did on that one. That's number 2. Now, give me a sec. I do want to, I'm not going to take them off the blocks. That is so not going to work. That thing just won't clean anything. It's good for a quick, especially like paper pumpkin, just for putting it up. This side has cleaner, this side has water, right? So I'm going to take a towel. I got me a new one. Not a rag, it's actually one of my good kitchen towels, which is now the stamp room towel. It's the only orange one I had. I love buying towels like this from a thrift store when they're on sale. I just can't help myself. It's like me with the little containers I have everywhere. A container for everything, and everything in a container, right? All right, let's go to the next one. Ah, yes. Okay, here's the marker. Now, in part 2, we dyed this polka dot ribbon with the tea bag. Came out beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. And so this is one of my tea dyed envelopes. Actually, that's the coffee one. And I have, I think this is the tea or coffee base. It doesn't matter, card base. And we have this piece from, oh my goodness, page 41. I do remember that. Something specialty paper. Why can't I remember that? 41. Nature's Sweetness, being vanilla, very sweet. So this right here, it's this piece right there. That's the DSP, and we coffee dyed this one. And once again, I took my Stampin' Write marker and I added a little bit more of the early espresso, being because that's what I stamped this in, and this is early espresso. So let me show you how I saved some. So I didn't do it all. I just took it, and if you have the new one, yours is going to work a lot easier and better than mine, because mine is like so old. So there's that, and there's this little bit here. I just was very picky about selecting what I wanted. So anything else in there? Nope. So this is coffee dyed. This is that matting board for photos. So we're gonna go ahead and, yes, we're gluing this one to that base. And really this, even though we dyed it, this paper right here did not get all too wonky. This particular one, it's kind of crazy. And I know my little Hankster is going to be like, Monday, I'm hungry here soon. This morning, he's learning to make his breakfast, and so he can't make it without me in the kitchen. I don't like him cooking. I don't like any of my kids cooking at 10 years old. So he was making his eggs on the griddle there, and he broke 2 of them, and he's like, Manja, you want eggs? I was like, okay, Hank, I'll have eggs. I will have eggs. You can see this strip here has the early espresso in it. We're going to use this on the inside of our card. And this one, we're going to stamp. Where's my thank you? You're the best. We're going to do that thank you. I think I need to get it out. Maybe I have it. I don't know. So we're going to do this one. I love this. I just love the look of it. To put that right there. I could have stuck it on the envelope, but I'm not. I could have stuck this one on the inside down here. I kept both. Okay, so now we're going to make like a little present with the ribbon. This is all the ribbon I had left. I am going to do it. This is what I was debating. Do I want it here or do I want it? I think I want it down in this corner. So the first one is this one. I'm just going to use a little tear tape to fix it down. So we're going to be using, going down about 1.5 inches. Let me get enough so I can cut it. And here's some. I'm going to need more in a minute. Move that aside. Pokey tool. So I'm lining my ribbon up at the 1 inch mark here and pulling it over. Hopefully that's enough. I'm going to have to look. That's going to be perfect. So this one now is going to go like that. You see how we're making the little present bit like you were wrapping a present? So this one is going to be right there. We need some more. Thank you guys. I got to tell you, thank you for all the kind, wonderful comments you guys have sent out to me, because it is absolutely fantastic. I love it. I just am so honored and touched by all of you guys who reach out to me. So I need to see if I get this straight. So I want this right there. So 2 inches in from one side. See if I can move it up a bit so you guys can see. Now we can glue. Ooh, that did not stay. Not good. I want to line it back up. Why did you not stay down there? Alright. That is going to go up on dimensionals. This needs quite a bit of glue. At least I want it around there, because this has a bit of a bow to it from me dyeing it with all the water. And here it comes. 1, 2, 3. Hello, I'm on a video. So hold up. I'm trying to move the glue around. I'm gonna have to put some more glue under there since I lifted it up. All right, so there's that. And then You're the Best. I like the idea of it flat, so I'm going to use tear tape. Because then I don't have to go in the post office for extra postage stamps because I don't have any. I can literally just stick them in the mailbox. And I really do want these to go out. Well, they won't go out till Monday now because it's Saturday and the mail will already be picked up. Yes, can you tell I want this to stick down really well? Ice all the tear tape on one little tiny circle. I don't know. I should have done like 3 strips. Instead, I do 5. Ugh, don't want that on there. And then we have this, and we're gonna what are we gonna do? We're gonna do You Mean So Much to Me. What do we have on the You're the Best? Just thanks. Oh, thanks for making me smile. Out of Notes of Nature. You see Notes, Sweetness. What was that again? Thanks for making me smile. I love that. All right. Great. Great, great, great. So there we have it. And this needs a little something. So I'm going to clean this off real quick. I used the chamois, even though it is not doing its best job. We are going to add these leaves to coincide with that. Maybe I should put some on the inside. What do you guys think? I think so. There. I'm gonna do one here just because I can. Yes, that's it. Okay, so that's that. You guys still with me, hopefully. Oh, ho, ho, ho. All right, here we go. This one I've done prep work on. So we're gonna use this little bit of detail. I had this little bit of ribbon. This is the one with the toil old wooden background stamp. This is the envelope. Isn't that important? And this, who would have known? We dyed this paper. We stamped with water and stuff. So, remember this one? I told you when we dyed it, it made it look almost gold completely through. And I thought it would be beautiful to stamp a word or something out of this. So I did that. I used these right here, Alphabet a la Mode dies. Love those. Those will probably be the only alphabet dies I ever have. I love them. So you can see I ran it through the die cutting machine. Thank you. I saved one, just one, to do Notes of Sweetness DSP that we dyed. This one was done with tea and coffee, and those splotches you see on it were me dripping the coffee onto it. So let's put our little A in thank. And this little strip is going to go right there. If you want to know the measurements, I did like 2.5 and 1 and, is it a quarter? 1 1/4. And the reason why is I want them to overlap. I don't want to have them meet. Look at, even that's nice with all the dye going to the other side. But this isn't a vertical card. This is, so there's this. Now, my idea is to wrap this here, and then thanks to Phyllis sharing her goodies with me, I'm going to show you that page in the catalog when we're done so you can see what these products are from. We have some cork, and we have those little cork dots, and this has a bit of gold to it. Look at, oh yes, look at that. That looks so good. Oh my goodness. So this is some old craft Stampin' Up. Where is it? Craft taffeta ribbon. I could dye this pecan pie, which is the brown there, but we're not doing that. So we're gonna do this, line that up with, of course, what little bit of tear tape we have left. Don't need much. A little bit there, and we're gonna need some more in a minute. Mr. Frog's sad, but Mr. Frog, it really needs tear tape, especially with that leather trim on here. Is it straight? Of course not, because I didn't line it up. I thought, oh, let's just eyeball it. That's straight. Next, we're going to cut ourselves. I think I'm going to take it all the way around the back of the card. Oh, I can't believe that gold shows up so pretty. So we need some more tear tape. You guys are going to think I'm crazy, but I'm thinking about adding a little bit of gold on these, and wait till you see what I bring out of the retirement, right? Definitely. So we're going to add this right to there again, and all of this card now, this whole piece was going to have to go up on dimensionals because this is quite thick. We can cut that off. Cut that excess off. That gold detail is just amazing. And yes, I do want it wrapped around the back. I thought about just not doing that, but it needs to be wrapped around the back. My husband's leaving. By the way, it wasn't Hank who came outside, it was my husband. He saw I was doing a video and he promptly left. So he must be running downtown for something. Probably for dinner. Okay, so this I said we are gonna stick on dimensionals. I think we're going to use strips just because I have to cover so much of the card. I don't want it to have any doubt. I could have saved that piece and put it over there, couldn't I? All right. Goes hubby. He could have said something, but he didn't. He just was like, you want to know how I know he's leaving? I can hear his music and I can hear the engine of his car. The car that absolutely is so difficult for me to drive. I think this will do it. I need to drive an automatic. I mean, I'd rather drive his big old truck, which he won't let me drive right now either because he needs to do some work on the engine, but I have two cars sitting outside that need work. One we put like $3 grand into and found out that we need a new engine. But it's such a nice car. And yes, my husband can do the work himself, so that is another reason why. So this is going on this gorgeous background that we did. And I know we're covering so much of it up, but it is crooked, guys, is what it is. Ah! Dimensionals. No. It might have to stay crooked. Can I get it lifted up? Everything is sticking. No, it's going to stay crooked. It's just what it is. So when you receive this card, please smile and know that I tried. So I'm looking for a 4-leaf clover. No. No, 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 no. Okay, Stampin' Up! Used to sell this stuff, and I think I have one that's open. I know I do. I just gotta find the one that's open. Okay. All-purpose ink. Vegas gold. What am I gonna do? Just watch. So first of all, we're gonna take these corks and we are gonna put these. Let's see. I'm thinking I'm doing 2 here. Maybe I'll scatter them there. And I'm starting in the middle of the thing, and now my mind is telling me, well, fill those in and then start at the end like you should have. Yeah, me and my craziness. So one there, and then I can use these. Do I want to do another like here? And then I want to do, we're going to use all little ones. I was like, do I want to do big ones? But we're going to do all little ones. We're going to go there. And when I'm over, I'm going to go lay down. In there. Okay. I need the Q-tips. Where did I put, oh, I found the Q-tips. Yes, I refilled them too. I need to take the big box of Q-tips in the house because my daughter's like, Mom, where's the Q-tips? I'm like, oh, I used them. So I'm using my Q-tip. I'm going to dab it off. I'm going to add a little gold to my little corks. How many of you guys have this sitting somewhere in a drawer? How many of you have it? You can find it on Amazon too. I know Stampin' Up! Doesn't sell it anymore. So thank you. Oh, really cute. Anyways, I can leave the inside blank, but I do want to stamp. I was like, I wonder if I can use it for ink and stamp. I couldn't, but no. We're gonna do the leaves. I wish I had gold. I don't have gold. So we're gonna stamp off twice and just do a little there and a little here. Just so we have a little something. I know we already did it, but there we go. So that's my thank you card. I love it. I need to put a glue dot down there. See how this is lifting up like that? I don't like that. So let's grab a glue dot or 2. This is how I would do it anyways. I want to take it. I am going to put it on my nail bed, my natural nail bed. Take off, that did not work because I don't have enough of it. Usually does. It doesn't really like the acrylic or the nail gel, but I want to roll that up a bit. There. I'm going to do a couple of them because I'm going to stick one right there. This one is going to go underneath that to keep this down. Might have to add a couple down there. I mean, you don't need to add a whole strip of tear tape. A couple of glue dots will do the job. And we need to do one more. Did I tell you guys my son's car was stolen? Yeah, they did find it. I'm not sure. He hasn't gotten back with us yet to tell us whether or not if it's fixable. It's pretty messed up. So there we go. There's number 4. Number 5. Ugh. This one. Okay, this is not got any tea staining except on the little thank you. This is the envelope that we did the script and the card base that we inked up and stamped with tea or coffee, one of the two. Now I don't remember which. I think that's coffee. And this is a piece of early espresso. This I didn't dye anything on it, because when I stuck the dyeing onto this card, I wanted a little bit of elegance, and this was it. So this is really simple, y'all. I'm taking this one. My living in Georgia for a while, I've always had a bit of an accent, because my grandmother, my granny, was from West Virginia. People in California used to be like, where are you from? I'm like, California. Like, no. When you speak every now and then, you have a thing, a way of, the way you talk. And I'm like, oh yeah. I didn't know I was anything different. Like, we say pocketbook for purse. It's pocketbook. My children used to drive them crazy. And I'm like, look, I grew up calling it a pocketbook. So how many of you are from like Detroit? Why was that like not working? I got it out. You saw it. Is there more? When it gets down to the ends, it really doesn't like to work. I wonder if he's going to get gas for Hank's motorcycle, his trail bike. Oh, there it is. Big goober. Set that over there. I'll clean that out in a bit. Because it is in need of gas. And it can't just take any gas. It takes a special, not diesel or anything. Has to go to a special store to get gas. What he needs to do is buy a great big gas can that is just for the trail bikes, because he has his own. Wow, that is still wanting to like give me a problem. All of that just to get glue on the back of this. So now, from Notes of Nature, we have this blotchy stamp. Options, if you don't have the little one, I am going to add this to this one because this is reminiscent of what is in the DSP. I don't mind stamping on it when it's already on its base because they're both early espresso. I just want to add some hints of early espresso in and on this card. I might want a little bit more like right there. There, that's it. Nothing more. That's all I'm doing with that. And then this is gonna go, oh, you know what? We could add a little bit on the outsides of this, so we are. And I do not know what the Hankster is up to, but I hear this pounding. from the house. So I have to tell you, Hank's one interesting character. Just interesting. So, he came home from school on Thursday, and he says, "Hey, Manji." I said, "Yes." He's like, "If you get a call from the school," he's like, "I kicked Caden in the shins at recess." I said, "You did?" He's like, "Yeah, because he wanted to hit me in the face." He's like, "So I kicked him, and that way he didn't, his punch didn't land me in the face." And I'm just like, "Okay, Hank." And he's like, "Yeah, I'm not taking that no more." I was like, "You don't have to, babe. You do not have to." He was bullied horribly for years. I mean, he's in 4th grade, and I remember in 2nd grade, he would go and run and hide when it was time to get on the bus. He's done. And I don't think any child should. And I told him, I said, "Hank, you won't get in trouble." I said, "But you know," he's like, "Oh yeah." He's like, "I'm going to punch you in the face." And he came at me, he pulled his arm back, and I just kicked him in the shins and walked away. I'm like, "Okay, then you're okay with me." He's like, "I just want you to know." I said, "Yes, thank you for letting me know." I said, "If and when the school calls to tell me about the incident, thank you for informing me." It's just like, he took care of it. About a month and a half ago, I got a text on Facebook from somebody my daughter knew in high school. And she's like, "Hank is being aggressive towards my son, and your daughter won't contact me." And I was like, "Justice doesn't do Facebook anymore." And she was getting all like high and mighty. And I told Justice, tried to call her at the phone number she provided me. You know, we don't want Hank to get, oh my gosh, this is so pretty. So pretty. We don't want Hank to be aggressive with anybody. But Hank has the right to defend himself. Well, the story came out as she was talking to my daughter. She said, the girl, because I could hear this conversation, the girl says, "Well, so-and-so and so-and-so and so-and-so, they were all roasting Hank." And Hank came up and slapped them. And my daughter says, "You're lucky Hank didn't deck your kid on the ground." And the girl says, "I knew you were going to be like that." And she's like, "So your son and these other kids were bullying Hank. Roasting is just another," and she was so pissed. She's like, "Roasting is another name for bullying." She's like, "And you're going to tell me," I'm trying to figure out where to put this. We might, no, we're not putting it on the envelope, but I am going to do a little bit of speckles here. So she said, "You know, you take this up with the school, because I'm sure they're going to have a word or two with these boys." She's like, "Because I'm going to take it up with the school." You know, and because we have had just a horrible time with the bullying problem. And sure enough, we did. And I told the principal, I said, "Look," and when we were talking with Hank with the principal, it came out that one of the kids actually was punching Hank in the stomach and pulling him by his legs to get him off a swing. And these are kids who have bullied Hank in the past and thought they could do it. But Hank has really found his strength playing football. And they are lucky Hank didn't deck them, though we did tell Hank, please, you know, please try not to. So anyways, that's my envelope. That is a gorgeous card. Gorgeous thank you card. Oh, beautiful. So like I said, we have one more to do, but we're not using early espresso. This one's going to be using black ink and something different that I haven't shown you yet. Where is it? I have it all together with the stamps. Okay, there it is. So anyways, long story short, this was like, You know, Mom, she's like, she acts like we were best friends or something. She's like, she's just somebody I used to know. She's like, and how can somebody call me and tell me she's upset because my son slapped her son in the face when he was being bullied? And I told her, I said, baby, I don't know. And we did talk to Hank, and we told him, you know, you have a right to defend yourself, but always try a different route. You know, and he's like, okay. And told the principal, I said, you've got a problem. Still. I mean, he's in 4th grade, so that's 5 years of going to this school, and the bullying has been just horrible. They were calling him things that I will not repeat because it really, really hurt him. So, here we go. We are going to use, this is the Heartfelt Hexagon Punch. This is the top of the oval punch. Let me show you. Okay, and the oval. I already used this one on my first card. This is the Label Me Fancy. I think it's being retired. This is our coffee dyed page out of a book. One of my beautifully penned, I think it is, coffee dyed black. This is going on the inside. So we're going to start with the inside piece first. We're using Black Memento because this is polymer. I do not use StazOn with polymer. I did really love Stampin' Up's black water-based ink. I loved it. However, they don't longer carry that. So, and then I am going to finally use this one. So it's Heard from the Heart. This is one of my original stamp sets. Well used, well loved. And it says wishing, nope, that is not the right one. We want the kindness one. So these have ones that say wishing you happiness today and always. That's, I still got the wrong one. This one says kindness comes in many forms, but always from the heart. It has a Christmas one. These are retired, guys, but these are some of my faves that I have brought out of retirement. So there's that. That's for the inside of our card. Let's go ahead and glue it down. My only problem is finding a black ink pen to use to write in it, because I would like it to be black with all the other black. You can see how it's bowed from the water we used to dye it. And I'm not having a good day at getting things straight. Not at all. Bone folder time. It really does help when doing things like that. And if it doesn't stay down, stick that little nozzle of the glue bottle in there. Get some more glue on it. I think that's beautiful. And this is from, ready for it? Aw. Happy Hedgehogs. That right there. So I had to bring in something, and the Happy Hedgehogs is in the catalog, everybody. So we have a black piece which is not cut down. It needs to be cut to 4 by 5 1/4. So 4 by 5 1/4. This is getting glued down. This is on a craft card base 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. Oh, I was going to be finding a friend is the best discovery of all. We are going to stamp that on the front. Yes, this got crumpled, but it's going to do the job of mailing it. And we're going to do our tree, which is more like a bush on this card. There. Envelope done. Check. Now, this piece, I wonder if this one needs to be cut down too. Of course it does. We're going to stamp on this too, but we need to cut this one down to 3 3/4 by 5. So, I want to stamp. Yes, you know I want to stamp. I'm going to stamp this here, there, and there. Now, this piece, we need roughly 2.5 inches. Let me cover this up for the moment. 2.5 inches. So we got to cut first. I'm cutting off the top of it. I don't want to see the title of the book. I don't want the side of the page. And I don't want the bottom. And I'm even going to cut it there. And now I need to cut 2 and what did I say? Let's put this in here. So about 2 1/4, 2.5, and then tear it. We'll do 2 3/4. It's not like I'm saving this for anything. By, we're gonna start from the bottom. By 5. These can all get recycled. I've got plenty of pages left in that book. So look how great that is gonna look together. Do I want to just, I could do a partial like this and do thanks so much, but I don't think so. And I want to do, I want to use this. I want to do some little oh, let's do this one. I think I like that one. Sometimes I could do that one. That one, let's do that one. Haven't used it yet. Looks like a big fingerprint to me, but gotta do the smushy thing with it first. Okay, we're gonna stamp on this piece of the book. Smushy. And I really should have a stamp in Pierce Matte or something like that. So let's grab this. You could use basic gray. But just a minute, TT. We are so close, honey. And then Mama's going inside. She's got to get the ice and the heat on her back. So now we are going to tear, and I'm going to tear this way. This thumb is pushing back. This is pulling up. And then I'm going to take the ink pad and go along that edge. And I've got it at an angle. And I'm thinking I might even take it and do a few wishy-washies across the page. Don't you love wishy-washies? That's so technical, guys, right? So that looks great, but I want, now I want some definition on this side. See that shadow it's creating along there? Love it. And I do want to do a little bit of the flower on here. So I'm gonna go like so. Oh, we need more than that. Now I've got to put some down here because I got it all over there. Might as well. Oops. Now let's get it together. You know what we need? Now that I said that, we need some of this on that side. We just do. That's the wrong one. I really wish I had a paper towel. There I do. It's the last one. I don't want that black to go somewhere I don't want it to go. So we're going to glue these two now together. I love it. It looks great. Page of a book. Then I'm going to show you guys a little sneak peek of something I found on my shelf. Now guys, I have kept this little project from Stampin' Up! From the first time I went to a convention. They had one here in Seattle, and they allowed non-Stampin' Up! Demonstrators to attend. And I went with my upline, Miss Gina. I had the best time. I wish I could say I could afford to go to the one in Houston, but like I said, I don't have a lot of sales to even earn the trip, and then the cost of a plane in the hotel, I can't afford it. Plus I got medical appointments. I have a colonoscopy coming up. I mean, there's just things that get in the way. So isn't that lovely? I know it looks kind of dark and everything, but to me it just looks aged, very vintagey, and I like that. I like that look. I haven't done anything like this in forever. So really fun. Thank you guys for allowing me to share with you, because it is so much funner sharing with you guys. I miss going to class with the group of women that I used to stamp with. I miss those days. Of course, that was before my brother did his thing. It was just a wonderful time. So all I want to do is put, now I'm thinking I might need just a little strip or two of black. So what if I did a couple of strips? Oh, that looks really good. I just got to make sure these are the same width. And they are. So I'm going to cut them at 3 3/4. I'm just using up scraps, guys. You saw me, this is from cutting my black piece down to the right size. Can't grab anything. It will be interesting when these nails do grow off, how long I let them continue to grow off. So we just need this, and I need to figure out where this is going. like right, I could put it in the middle. We could do it in the middle because these are going to go across. Let me show you. So from here to here is where I'm going to stick the glue. And then this one, and hopefully as long as I get them lined up right, they should be good to go. And they're not, so I gotta get one to the right level. Now they both are even, and then I can stick them like so. This little piece is going to go in the middle. Just to add some support to it. You can see this is bubbled up a bit. In all of these cards, you could have added dimensionals and all that stuff to it. But for me, that wasn't the point. I did something that I can easily put a stamp on and get immediately in the mail, which is my purpose here. So that's it. Let me show you all of our cards. So this is number, what is it, 6? Yes, this is number 6. Number 5. Number 4. Number 3. Number 2, and then the first number 1. So you can see they are all in the same family of color tones, this being the darkest one, right? This would be the darkest, that'd be the next darkest. Then I would say it would be this one, and this one I would put right here because of that dark early espresso against the white, but it's on a very vanilla background, or vanilla-like background. And here's this one, and this one has the gold. So thanks guys for watching, and now I get to, tomorrow I get to do my Easter cards, get those addressed and ready to go out in the mail next week. Thank you guys so much for allowing me to share my love of paper crafting with you. And if you have any questions, feel free to contact me at aliceseraphin1969@gmail.com, and I will get back with you. Contact me through the comments if you want to be on my mailing list. The email is what you are going to need, and I am going to try to figure out listing all these stamp sets that I used in the description of the video. Thanks for watching again, and please come back and visit me in my wonderland. Bye bye for now.